Now that we constructed a box plot by hand in our last example, what we see next here is our instructions to use StatCrunch. Just like we've done for everything else in this chapter, we're going to start by entering our data values. So the nice thing is if we are looking for summary statistics and a box plot for the same set of data, we just have to enter our data values once. And then instead of selecting the stat menu, we're going to go to the graph menu. We're going to select the option that says box plot. And again, as we did before, we're going to make sure that we select the correct column. Generally speaking, for the most part, we're going to see a lot of our box plots drawn horizontally. So we are going to, under other options, select that. And then we can also select other markers, such as our mean and median, if they are desired. Again, I will post another short video kind of going through these options, so that way you can see this actually using a data set. A few other things that we want to think about when we're talking about box plots. Potential outliers are something that should be investigated. So if we do have a data value outside of our box plot and our data range, we definitely want to take a look at it. So in this particular example that we see here, we have a couple of outlying values that are way outside of our data set. They happen to come from hybrid cars, where everything else in our data set was not a hybrid car. So by investigating our outliers, we can figure out why they are such extreme values. As I kind of mentioned in the steps to use StatCrunch to create a box plot, we can create box plots also vertically. So that is another option. So that is another way that we can see them being used. Box plots are going to be very useful for comparing distributions, and you will see this in a few of our homework problems. So remember, as you're looking at these, the actual size of the box tells us a little bit about our spread. Our middle line is our median. So we can use our different things that we know about our box plots to easily compare different data sets if we see them in the same image. A couple of other things worth mentioning on the next page. Box plots should not be used if the distribution is not unimodal. So if we have a bimodal distribution, if we have two peaks, we don't want to use box plots. So when we're using box plots, we don't necessarily need symmetric data. It's okay for skewed data as well. We just don't want it to have more than one mode. And also, box plots should not be used for very small data sets. They require a minimum of 5 numbers to create, which we're going to talk a little bit more about in our next example.